I get Samish. What? Sashim. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna pretend I know what that means, Lynx, and move on. Oi. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Chad, I didn't made that message in the Discord. I was, listen, it was a fucking day and a half at work. Oh, my goodness. We were down 2 people than we normally have. So I was doing, like, 4 people's jobs. And so was my boss. It wasn't just me. Everybody was, but, like... Ugh. And then once everything finally calmed down, like, I just had some of the most, I just had some of the most, like, infuriating customers after that. And then the printer stopped working because the IT guys thought it was a good idea to start working on the computers right at closing time. Then I forgot to park the delivery truck. That was another thing I forgot to do. So then I closed up, and then I had to go back in and grab the key, and... Like, oh my god. It was a day. It was a fucking day. Hi, Darth. Sashimi, Japanese food that literally just... Oh. I should have known that. I just can't read. I'm just dumb. Let me be dumb. Let me be dumb. And then my kidney stones are gone for the most part, but like I started getting pains again, like an hour before like work ended. It's fine, like they're gone now, but like, oh my goodness. And before someone asks, why aren't you on your pain meds? I'm not on my pain meds because, one, I haven't gotten them yet, and two, shit, I don't want to work while I'm medicated, so, yeah, I'm pretty sure if I was on my pain meds, I would not have done half the stuff I had to do today. We didn't even finish the truck. I finished most of it. Are the new Chaos Shuffle quests out? Let me see. No, 10 hours. They come out tomorrow. Am I done with the Chaos Shuffle quest? No, I have to do one more trial. No, but they come out next week. Oh, man. Otherwise, though, Chad, I'm feeling good. I took a nap. That was fun. And sacrificed 5 survivors. We don't talk about that part, okay? Listen, we don't talk about that. Behavior. It was so close. It was so close. That is, like, that's a cup. That's almost like a can. And that's almost a, that's almost worms, because it's like a straw. You're so close. It's gonna happen, chat. One day, I'm gonna get it. It's happening. I promise. I missed my chance. I missed my chance years ago. And I'm never gonna get my chance back. Man, it is so hard to think that the story used to look like really bad compared to what it is now. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, holy shit, this store page actually looks pretty good now. Ugh. Also, we might play some Myers tonight. He is gone, why not? Ugh. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? A bloody slashy? That's fine by me. When Bennett finally gets Can of Worms behavior is gonna release Box of Worms the next day with no worms left. People want the old store. The old store was so bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like misremembering, but the old store page was really bad. Yeah, Stranger Things 2 is in 6 days. It's next week. That's why I'm glad the outfit came when it did instead of the latest it would have come was yesterday. And if it came yesterday, that would have been fucking terrible. So we get to do the charity stream right before Vecna comes out. I'll probably, by the way, we'll probably be doing a Vecna stream on Tuesday. I don't remember. It was just not good. That's all I'm going to say. Like, you had to individually go through every killer to find stuff. You couldn't go to collections or whatever. Like, it really wasn't good. It's moments like that where I wonder if people just, like... I wonder if people just, like... romanticize it a bit. Is that object of... No, that's... Is that object of obsession? Did I get object of obsession? Oh, no. Is it a stealth killer? Because I didn't get an aura. Is it Ghostface? Oh, it's Demo. With Langland. Alright. Oh, so built to last and hardened. Was down for a while, so possible VP compensation? Possibly. It depends. You know, sometimes they don't do it if it's not out for that long. There he is. Man, Object of Obsession's kind of really nice. I really need to run this perk more often. I get, like, it has a downside, but, like... I don't think he saw my aura. She's got time. I'm good. Still chasing Cheryl. Run for it. I have babysitter. She should be able to get out of that just fine. Ash went down still. That's okay. I need to not do this near him when he can probably see my aura in a couple seconds. Cheryl's gonna finish that. That's fine. Is he going right to me? I think he is. the clear. Yeah, he's chasing Cheryl. Kayla's doing a gen. That's fine. I can start going for Ash here in a second. We got time. I think Michaela's going for the save, too. I think we have time for this. Because he has a portal. Yeah, okay. He has a portal right there, so... Yeah, I think we're in the clear. I want a Rick and Morty chapter DVD. Why Rick and Morty? You have to have a really high intelligence to understand Rick and Morty. I think that's the best thing about Object of Obsession, honestly, is when the killer doesn't even notice you have it. We probably shouldn't be doing... Okay, we have time. Well, Ash, you might not. Wow, he really wants that Cheryl. And there he goes. Oh, oh, no, 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 no. He's gonna tunnel into Michaela. Oh, he's gonna tunnel into Michaela so hard. I ran into an object a lot. Cost survivors plenty of surprise hits. Yeah, that's... I mean, object is really interesting because, like, earlier, like, he probably couldn't even see me. I think she just goes down here. I don't think either of them make that. Wow, that sucks. Why am I blinded? Why is there no lockers in this building? They're getting rid of a portal. Fuck, I thought I had it. I got a gen done. Cheryl got a gen done. It's because I think most of the gens are over there. So that's where all the Singularity mains flock to Rick. Yeah, you have to have a certain level of intelligence to understand Singularity. You wouldn't understand. Gotta love how killers here you have to tunnel. Well, then again, I get whatever. This will forever be one of the problems with Chaos Shuffle, is just like a lot of the arguments for like, oh, just bring decisive. Oh, I didn't even notice. He's untouchable. She got him now. I think he saw me on objects, honestly. A lot of the arguments are like, bring DS, bring off the record, and all this stuff, and you can't do that in Chaos Shuffle. It is really funny to me, though. Oh, whoops. It is really funny to me, though, in, like, every, like, event or game mode we get where survivors can't pick their perks or can't bring any perks at all. Oftentimes, the killer is stronger in those modes. It's almost like there's a correlation or something. Chaos should be sold as DLC, and I will not be debated on this. What are you talking about? Chaos from Sonic? Oh, well, that was... Ash, can you stop? Okay. Oh, someone's mad. Nah, Chaos Shuffle. Oh, the whole thing should just be sold as DLC. There we go, there we go. Fair enough. It's my favorite thing about playing Survivor. Oh. I mean... Frustration? Tilt. Etc. No, there still aren't any game modes to customs. Or that. That too. GG's. But being toxic, yeah, being fucking explaining why certain things happen, being toxic, you know. As always. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, from what I understand, most killers are chilling in game, because I mean, what the hell are they gonna be mad about? Look at all that BP chat. Look at all those rift fragments that don't do anything. Ugh. I mean, in the Ash's defense, he was probably just trying to body block me. I could have kept running towards Shaq. I just wasn't sure if there was anything in between me, and I don't think my endurance would have lasted long enough. And I probably shouldn't have panic vaulted. I don't know why I did, honestly. They give even more BP. You're so right. You're so right. They should... I'd buy it. So make it like Team Fortress 2. You don't buy anything in the game, you don't get to talk. Talking is a privilege for rich people. No. I know there's a reason TF2 did it. It was for cheaters, but still, like, it didn't work though. That's the thing. It didn't work. And I mean, it's like, again, you can literally buy anything as long as you spend $1 in the store. Like, no one cares. I don't. Can you? Do you have? Yeah, it's 6 days. I guess you have time. No, I don't think you have time. Yeah, I think. Oh god, I'm dying. And you? Oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh my. And again. Am I done? No. Am I done? I think I'm done. I should have muted my mic for that. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Yeah, it doesn't go over the chapter date. Oh, Jesus Christ. I made her leave. I sneezed her out of existence. Oh. Could I? Stop sneezing, please. I'm not even sick. I think I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh my god. Jesus, do not fade. They only hide it. There's an old Mitch Hedberg joke. If you guys don't know who Mitch Hedberg is, by the way, go on YouTube and look him up now. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Rest in peace. But he had one of my favorite jokes from him was if sneezing wasn't a real thing that people just did, it would probably be a drug. Like, imagine some guy just comes up to you and is like, "Hey, man, you want to feel like there's like this sensation like pulling you backwards, and then like everything gets like a little bit itchy on the roof of your nose, and then it just all like comes out at once." And then you feel a little lightheaded and relieved for a couple seconds. Yeah, it'll be $5 a teeth. $5 a teeth. God, what the fuck? I don't buy drugs. I don't know. I don't know prices. If I manage to get another Huntress with Iridescent Hatchet, I swear to God. Is it open-handed with no aura perks? Let's go. No, I have Troubleshooter. No. Yeah. Which doesn't have a range. Fuck. Yeah, it's so nice being on the other side of the Hex perk moments. I'm starting to debate if Foxy was a fox to begin with. What else would he be? What the fuck is Foxy the Pirate Fox? Oh, that's why that got brought up. I don't know. They said they didn't forget about him. I don't know. It sure seems like they fucking forgot about him. Did she really kick the gen instead of just chasing me? Yeah, Huntress, I'm out of there, man. Foxy does not fade, he only hides and wins. That's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen. I think our Laura has seen partner. Just a guess. We have no clue what they... Yeah, I mean, they basically were like, we didn't forget about Foxy, and I don't think we heard anything else after that. I feel like if we were gonna get something, it would have happened by now. Oh, shit. She's still chasing Dwight. Did she really stop to kick that? Okay. I want to send a letter back to the press. Did you ever get a response? I'd be curious what he had to say to you. She's sticking around the hook. Okay, she went after Bill. Laura's almost done with that one gem, that's fine. She's coming back. Oh, no, she's not. I can't use this on myself anyways. Just stack it. Bill's our MVP here. Does Laura have a flashlight? I wasn't watching. What is going on? What is that? I'm not going to go unhook Bill immediately. I'm going to give him some time. Keep doing his gen, because his gen was almost done. I hate the fact that the safest time for a survivor is when they're on hook. It genuinely kind of upsets me. Breakdown on Bill, though? Alright, I have autodidact. I probably should have been normal healing because of that. I'm not gonna lie to the Dwight. I don't think he gets out of this one. Nah, I couldn't make the corner. I think I just died to altruism there. They can get Laura up. I think I die here, but that's fine. Dwight should just leave. I really wouldn't blame Dwight for just leaving. Or not. Or not. He can just not leave, too. That works. Laura, go to the door! Heal her. I'm out. There's not really much more I can do there. I don't think Laura gets out, though. 2005? I don't remember. Was that Bush? Bush would have been 5, I think. Scooby-Doo ass jizz. No, that's 110 abuse around a rock. That's what that was. Close enough. Alright, Veen Boo, what do we got? Huzzah. Huzzah. How far am I leveling V up in general? That's the other thing I said this last night, but that's something I really like about Chaos Shuffle is I can level my survivors up and not have to worry about, like, as much as I usually do. We're about halfway there, that's fine. Gotta love the Dwight who had the perfect chance to just leave and didn't. You were in elementary school in 05? I was born in 05. I was in 5th grade in 2005. That was a Gmod ragdoll shit. I don't know what's going on. Why was his aura yellow? Was it because I was on the gen because of Troubleshooter? Also, that match right there was a perfect example of the disparity between Killer and Survivor right there in the end game. We won that. By all accounts, if all three of us just left right there at the end game, she just loses. The only reason she got what she got is because I got, like, self-conscious and went to go save Dwight. That is literally the only reason that happened. Let me check. Maybe I'm wrong. 2000... Who was president in 2005? No, it was George Bush. Yeah, because he had two terms, I think. I don't remember. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Also, I need to talk to my sister about the makeup. I'm making no promises on the makeup for the Maria cosplay chat, by the way, because apparently my sister had made other plans and forgot she was doing the makeup, so if she can't do it, I'm not going to ask somebody else. I'm not going to ask somebody last fucking minute. What is V's tattoo? Is that a butterfly? A moth? Is that a moth? Is it like a phoenix? I'm really curious now. No, Clinton was before Bush. Clinton was way before Bush. Then Uncle Grandpa, then the God King of Incognitoes. Just love that you called him Uncle Grandpa. His entire term is just a fucking blur to me. 2020 to 2024 is like a fucking blur. I don't know how controversial it is to say, but I think the presidential requirements, I think the age is too high. I got Boon Illumination, come and get me. Is that Kindred? That's Kindred and Power Struggle. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa! Calm the fuck down. What is happening? Oh! Oh, it's Hex Overture of Doom. Okay. Okay. That genuinely had me. Okay. Not gonna lie. I think Fong's getting it, though. There should also be a max age limit, too. I don't even think the age needs to be brought down too much lower, if I'm perfectly honest. I don't want, like, some 20-year-old becoming president. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying. Oh, hell yeah, I can boon this. You know that thing that's in V's name that you should be able to... She should have had a perk for? You know that? Why don't we make Road Life a boon? Huh? Why didn't we make Road Life a boon? I'm gonna cope and say we're getting a Foxy skin next Rift Pass. You do that. $30 age limit. I think 40. I don't. What is the age limit? Is it 35? God, it's been so long since I've had to know. I genuinely don't know. I think the age limit is 35, or the minimum is 35. Then what would be the point of Circle of Healing? Because Road Life would require a gen. $35? I thought so, yeah. What would Road Life do as a boon? I don't know, like, when doing a gen within the boon's range, get, like, better skill checks or something? Why does this keep happening to me? What is going on? Am I playing DBD, or do I have Gmod installed with DBD assets? Actually, I should probably do this one. That way it doesn't make a 3-gen. $18? I don't know. I wouldn't want an 18-year-old as president. I get your logic, but I wouldn't want an 18-year-old as president. Is he coming right to me? I think he's coming right to me. He is not coming right to me. Drinking age should be 18? Honestly, I might get some shit for this. I think the drinking age should be higher. That's a good one. Probably should have jumped in the locker. Was that mirrored illusion? That tricked me for a second. There should be one in Shack, so I can just do that one. Or we raise the age of everything else to 21 for consistency. So, I mean, that... What? Is my game bugged? Don't bring him this way. He's gonna go into power here in a second. Don't bring him this way. Never mind, he's hanging out by the hook. I think he's just waiting because there's one gen left. I don't know if she gets out of that. This is fun, just watching the yellow. Okay, Michonne dies. Can Fawn get the save, though? Does she get it? Does she at least get it? She doesn't. Fawn, make it. You're half. It's half. Come on! Fong, come here! Come here! Fong! Fong! Come on! He gets the 2 kills. Just let him have the 2 kills! Just let him have the 2K! Come on! She's not gonna let him have the 2K. Okay. Alright. Well. Yep, alright. Bye, guys. Just let him have the 2K. In political science, then it wouldn't be a real vote. The whole point is that anyone should be able to vote. That's the whole point. I don't even fully agree with the law that felons can't vote. I don't fully agree with that either. They're in the prison system. I feel like they should be allowed to have a say. Within reason, obviously. At the very least, I don't think if you're a felon, you should never be allowed to vote ever again. I don't know. That's just a me thing. And the avarice. The avarice never ends. The Grinch 2000. What was she expecting to happen? That's a genuine question. Oh, so everyone is going to become a political expert overnight? Shitmaster Elders too. I agree with the... That's a tough one, too, because I don't fully think you should be required military service. I do think everyone should have to do a year of at least, like, conscription service for the military of some kind. Just a year. I don't think you should have to deploy or anything, but I do think you should have to do at least, like, a year or something. But a lot of people wouldn't be for that. And I understand why. I'm not, like, a huge advocate for it. It's just something I've always thought. It's just something I've always thought people should have to do a year of customer service and military service. I've always thought that should be the case. That's just a me thing. Again, I'm not sitting here at the high hills, you know, fucking chanting it. And I get why a lot of people would not agree with that. I get it. Especially considering there had to be exceptions, of course. Should depend on the felony? No, it should. It should be part of the charge. Um, it should be like, you know, or the charge, the sentencing, when they're like, hey, wow, why did we get all political here all of a sudden? I never talk about this shit. What was I saying? Please don't send me to customer service. I love how you said don't send me to customer service and not don't send me to military. I love how that was the turning one. It was the customer service. Listen, as someone who has been shot at, I'm just saying I would much rather be shot at than work customer service. I'm just saying. Average DVD stream, discussions on felonies. Exactly. Make voice files count toward? I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to making like troops and stuff like that count towards it. That could be interesting. Put 4 years in food service. Fuck that. I put 4 years in food service. Fuck that shit. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, because of how the system works, and because we want everyone to have their voice. What about men scouts? That's just the army. That's what, or the Marines, whoever you ask. It's awesome. It's really funny. Whenever I talk about like training in the military, when you really look at it and like think about it, a lot of training in the military is just LARPing with guns. That's all it is. Everyone under 18. Well, that's the point. Like, you could just make it, you know, an umbrella like scouts program where like if you do it for, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years before 18, you don't have to do military service and it counts towards it or something. But again, you know, that also, like, impedes on people's rights because then you're being forced to... That's why, like, I'm not, like, totally for it, and I understand why a lot of people are against it. The problem with the military service requirement is just that there are some people who can't get in the military for whatever reason. Death Stranding for DVD? I'd totally do it. Norman Reedus? Wait, Norman Reedus is already in DVD. What do you mean? We can't do that. We can't have 2 Norman Reeduses running around. I didn't do Boy Scouts as a chillin'. I didn't do Boy Scouts. I think my parents tried to make me do it, and I just was like, no. I did soccer instead for like 2 years. I sucked at that, too. That'd be like 2 Vecnas. Exactly. We can't have 2 Vecnas running around. That would just be ridiculous. Cats and dogs living together in harmony. That's just, like, it's insane. Didn't even fucking think about that. Fuck. We could have 2 Norman Reeduses now. Shit. I hate it here. I hate that I've come to this realization. Keep me humble, chat. Keep me humble. Man, it is sad that I would probably have this hook one done if I wasn't playing Pyramid. And the second Vecna is the first. Exactly. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Wow, that is really sad. I would probably have this one done if I wasn't playing Pyramid Head. I would have this one done if I actually fucking kicked generators. Strongly a killer should be. I don't know. I think he's going to have some problems. I do agree with some people saying that he is too spammy. I'm curious how they're going to adjust that on live. What happened to Credit Karma? Is it okay? Are they safe? It's fine. Credit Karma still works. I still use it. Such rancid double standards. It's Norman Reedus! What do you mean double standards? He is the double standard! He's the only video game character I know of who drinks a monster in the video game. Come on. Adjust it. They shouldn't. My suggestion has been, because I understand the frustration, would be keep it as is when he's in World Ender and just make it slower when he's out of, like, when he's not in it. That way the survivors have more of a benefit to getting him out of World Ender. Much more of a benefit. That was my suggestion. Then it would also feel good on the Vecna side, because once you get World Ender, you feel more powerful. There should be a way to get rid of World Breaker tokens? I mean, they don't really do anything. So I don't... Other than the Mori. So I don't think so. That's fine. I think they're fine. I think most of everything on him is fine. Yeah, they could just up the threshold. What is it? Is it 3? It's 3 hits with the M2, right? That gets you World Ender? It's 3 hits with that, and then you get it immediately if you lands. No. It's 2 hits with the M2, and then you get it immediately if you hit him with the puddle. Because the puddle does 2. Yeah, 2 hits, and then, yeah, right. No, I think it's fine. Because he's in World Ender quite a bit, so he's not even really giving you stacks. So, like, I think it's okay. The only time it would actually be an issue is if you break him out of World Ender too often, and he's not able to hit you at that last little tick. Like, what a weird question. Why did you think about fucking Credit Karma? No, I think so too. But there's always an argument for, like, can there be adjustments? Could we make him better? And I think there are some things. Almost every 110 killer has a reason to be slow. I hate when people say that. Almost every 110 killer has a reason to be slow. Huntress has virtually infinite range. Deathslinger can hit you through cracks. Springtrap can hit you over a lot of obstacles, so he has to have some downside to it. Even Pyramid Head, like, he's 115, sure, but he's like really slow when he's using his M2 and he can't aim it very well most of the time. Chucky has to be 110 because of his third-person camera and the fact that he is virtually 112 when he's going around a loop. If he was 115, he'd be 117 around a lot of loops. Who else is 110? Trickster. I mean, then again, with Trickster, I think we all agree him being 115 is stupid. I don't think anyone understands why they made him 115. I don't. I really don't. Hag. Okay, Hag's a different story. I used to be in the camp of she should stay 110. Because it encourages you to actually use her power. But, no, I've changed my mind on that. I really think she should just be 115. I don't understand why she isn't. I think part of the reason is because of her size. Is why they did it. Not because of the Chucky situation. But just because of, like, that was, like, a thing they did. Short killers would be 110 for some reason. I also, like, I would put her to 115 and keep her terror radius low. I think it's fine. Honestly, Trapper needs a lower terror radius. Who else is 110? Is that all the 110s? Did I miss one? Oh, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit needs to be a 110. Everyone forgets Spirit's 110, but Spirit needs to stay 110. Blight should be 110. And I will die on that fucking hill. I will die on the hill that Blight should be 110. Spirit should stay 110, though. With how fast she gets in her power and how oppressive it can be, I think 110 works for her fine. Is that everybody? Did I miss one? Is she listed as average height? Oh, she is listed as average. That's weird. I thought she was considered short. Never mind. I take back my statement. Is that it? Did I miss one? Yeah, there's some arguments to make Artist 110 that I don't agree with fully. I used to agree with it, but I think she's fine at 115. Yeah, I thought she was short. Like, I know she's listed as average height, but I thought in-game she was shorter than most killers. It triggers in her. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. I didn't think about that. That sounds interesting. I'm sure no one would hate that at all. No, dear God, they should not do all that. I literally, like, it's the same thing with Nurse. I said years ago, it's like, can we just make her M1 or her power attack in M2 and then go from there, see what happens? They haven't done anything since then, but, you know, that was a good start. That's a killer with a spam problem? I don't think so. I think Artist is fine. At least they only go in a straight line. Plus, if you use lockers against Artist, she's not getting a hit with the birds anyways. Yeah, the Nurse is slower than 110. I think most of us can agree she should be. 3.8. She's the only one who's 3.8. Just turn Blight into a trap killer. Yeah, like, I genuinely think Blight should be 110, and that should be the only thing we adjust on him for a while and see what happens. I would be genuinely curious to see what happens with that. Because I think the biggest problem with Blight is the same problem Kaneki has, and Kaneki has it worse, I feel, but I don't know how to fix it for him. I say this all the time. The problem I have with Kaneki is that this is an M1 killer disguising themselves as an M2 killer. Fight me on that. This is an M1 killer disguising themselves as an M2 killer. That's my problem with Kaneki. I think it is so dumb that Kaneki... I had the same problem with Spirit. And technically I had the same problem with Blight. No, I agree with that too, Kit. I do think Blight should have token depletion on pallet kicks, just like Kaneki. It's my same problem with them, is that they can use M1 attacks like everyone else. They're not forced to use their power. Behavior just killed Blight type thumbnail. Blight becomes 110. I don't know. I've talked to plenty of Blight players, and a lot of them actually agree with it. I don't think it would nuke him at all. I think it would just make it so you actually have to use his power correctly. That's all it does. Who, Kaneki? Oh, I don't think they need to change it at all. I'm just saying. Kaneki's weird because technically you can't down with their power. So their power is literally just a dash. The dash doesn't damage you. I mean, the dash, you can bite them and damage them, but like the dash itself doesn't damage them. Or down them. The M1 does. You know, unless they're not paying attention for whatever reason and dive deep wounds somehow, but you know, it's a different thing. Like, the fact that you can play Blight you shouldn't do it this way, but the fact that you can just, like... The fact that when you go into a jungle gym against Blight, he can just play it like a 115 killer. The fact that he can just play it as a normal 115 killer has always bothered me. Like, because that's the argument against Kaneki, at least it was, and kind of still is. The problem with Kaneki is Kaneki punishes you for not looping. That's one of the biggest problems with Kaneki, in my opinion, is that he punishes you for not looping. If you don't loop against this killer, you will die. He also makes sure all your healing stuff doesn't work. He's also really good at tunneling. He's also really good at countering Dead Hard. Like, and like, oh, you use Sprint Burst? Well, I've got Sprint Burst too. You know, like, that's part of the problem with Kaneki, in my opinion, is that he perfectly countered, like, all the annoying stuff survivors like to do. That was the biggest issue with Kaneki. Well, they kind of already had that, though, Lynx. It's the first... You can't attack on the first rush. It's kind of supposed to be the thing with it, is that the first rush isn't supposed to be damaging. So Kaneki should be the another killer hold W to counter killer? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm making the point. That's why people don't like this killer. And I'm also making the point that's why I kind of don't hate Kaneki as much as I hate Blight. Because at least with Kaneki, or my point is the fact that once they're in a loop, they can play it like they're 115. That is my issue. Like I said with Blight, like, if I described the power as, oh, he can bounce off walls, redirect, and then hit you, your immediate thought would be, okay, we'll just go somewhere where he can't, like, pinball and get the hit. Well, then he's just a normal 115 killer, and he can play it like normal killers do. So then it doesn't matter anyways. Well, what if I just leave the loop? Well, then he dashes and kills you. Well, no, that's true, but hold W against Pyramid Head, he loses a lot of distance. Hold W against Ghostface, he loses a lot of distance. Hold W against Sadako, she loses a lot of distance. Hold W against Dread, he loses a lot of distance. Hold W, you can't really do it against Dracula either, to be fair.
Okay. Let us begin then.
But that's my point. Is, like, he counters a lot of stuff that survivors like to do. That's why a lot of people hated him and still do to this day. That's why people don't like Chucky either. He does the same shit. If you don't stay in the loop against Chucky, you're just throwing. You can't chain tiles against this killer. He forces you to use the loop you're in. A killer like Pig, she forces you to leave the loop you're in. And that she can't do anything if you do leave it. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, we talked about it before with Blight. Like, I think Blight, I don't think Blight's popularity is just because he's good. I genuinely don't think that's part of... Same with Kaneki. I do not think his popularity is just because he's good and easy. I think it's because he's fun. But Chucky is Chucky, and everyone loves Chucky. Ken is just a hot anime boy. Hey, and hot anime girl. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. So basically, that's survivor crying problem. No, not necessarily. My point is that the killers force you to use the loops, which is fine. But I feel like if they're forcing you to use the loops, that should be their actual weakness. Is staying in the loop, and it's not. That's my problem. They are weaker when they are just using 115, But I don't feel like they are weak enough as opposed to when they are, when they're outside of the loop. That's my problem with them. Again, it's like the opposite with like Pyramid Head. When you're in a loop, this killer is arguably super powerful and strong. When you're in between loops, though, he can't really do too much. And I think that's fine. It's how it should be. And I don't think it should be useless in those situations necessarily, but like I feel like Huntress is a good example. Like, she's good in loop and out of loop. She's not, like, amazing in either situation, but, like, she's okay in both. I think that's fine. But yeah, that's kind of my point, is, like, same thing with, like, Dredge. Like, Dredge is really good in loop. No one loops him. I'm not getting... My point is more so with Blight, why he should be 110. Is that I feel like once he's in a loop, his most powerful thing should be encouraging you to use your power. That's what it should be. You should be forced to use your power. Making him 110 forces that. At least more than it already does. And the fact that once you're in a loop, he can just play it like a normal killer, I just don't think he should be able to do. That's my point. That's not even counting for the fact that both of these killers will inherently always be better than every other killer because of their map traversal. Their ability to manipulate the map and basically have a presence virtually everywhere. Like, Twins can literally be in 2 places at once. Only killer that can do that. But I mean, Blight and Kaneki can basically do the same thing. I'm being hyperbolic, of course, but yeah. Dredge would benefit from a special attack. Dredge is a hard one. I've heard suggestions. Oh, speaking of, with Lynx, I don't know if it was you who suggested the, leaving remnants behind as, like, pseudo lockers, for Dredge. I talked to a couple Dredge players. They didn't like the idea. They did not like the idea. They said they would abuse the shit out of that. I don't know, that's just my main point with it. Kaneki is a tougher one, because I don't know if he should be 110, simply because... I don't know, I'm going off vibes more so than anything with Kaneki. I feel like he shouldn't be 110. No, that's true, too. I mean, we have a lot of tragic killer types, though. Okay, maybe not tragic, necessarily, but we have some sympathetic killers. Artist is sympathetic. Deathslinger is a fucked up dude, but he's sympathetic to a degree. Plague is kind of sympathetic. Spirit's sympathetic. Hashtag William Afton did nothing wrong. That won't ever be taken out of context. Bubba's sympathetic. Again, messed up dude, he really is, but like... I mean, he's sympathetic to a degree. Even the movies kind of play into that idea a little bit. I feel like I wish the movies kind of played into it more, if I'm honest with you. Oh, you mean like changing... Oh, yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah. That's why I kind of wanted the Darkness chapter for a while, because I feel like Jackie Estacado could be both the killer and the survivor, and it could actually work. Billy's kind of sympathetic. Again, does a messed up thing. I'm not justifying what he did. I'm just saying he is... Like, there's a difference between sympathy and understanding and, what's the word I'm looking for? Justification. Right? What he did wasn't justified, but it's understandable and sympathetic, is my point. No, Darth. I agree with you. I don't think it's brain dead and grants free hits either. I think it can. And that's the problem, is that it can. I was talking with I forgot who I was talking with yesterday about this, actually. Was it yesterday? I think it was last night, actually. Yeah, because we were talking about Chucky. Um, the problem is his skill floor benefit, or he gets a lot of benefit from his skill floor. He gets a lot of, not benefit. He gets a lot of, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Value. He gets a lot of value from his skill floor. That's the problem, I feel. It's not that he's easy. It's that you can do a lot with the stuff that's not, like, skillful, quote unquote. Hashtag Herman is innocent. Yeah, no. I kind of agree to an extent, Clown. But again, he does still do some messed up things, regardless of circumstance. It's a weird. We talked about this with Tori, right? Where it's a weird gray area with morality. If that's all you know, is it evil? If you're not told it's evil, right? Like if you're grown up in a household where cannibalism is a thing, to you, you don't see anything wrong with it because you've been taught that it's not wrong. Does that mean it's not wrong? I would say no, it is still wrong, but to him it's not. But that has a lot of gray areas on other things. It's the same thing with, like, you know, this is a really big tangent, but it's the same thing with, like, Stockholm Syndrome, where it gets weird because, like, Stockholm Syndrome only works if the victim doesn't have the opportunity to leave, and I think that's the part people forget about a lot of times with Stockholm Syndrome. If the victim is given the opportunity to leave, it's not Stockholm Syndrome at that point. There's a different word for it. I forget what it is after that. Is it human flesh? I actually don't know, Lynx. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really looked into it. And I don't feel comfortable adding that to my Google search history. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably on enough lists. Dredgeability I made? Was that the... Which one? The leaving remnants behind thing? Like where you can, like, place 2 remnants? If it's that, I liked the idea, but I talked to a few Dredge players and they didn't like it at all. They said it would really be easy to abuse. Yeah, that's a really, really good scene. I feel like it's one that, like, when a lot of the sequels forgot about. The second movie tried. Oddly specific. What do you mean oddly specific? Large quantities isn't specific. That's very vague, actually. Large quantities compared to what? What is a small quantity of human flesh? No, being able to manually grab from lockers. Did you say it in chat just now and I missed it? Well, yeah, I mean, the Saw is life. Like, the Saw is family. Of course he's got some feelings towards the Saw. I mean, I don't usually ask this, but I would appreciate a retype so I can read it. I think toxins would be the least of your worries there, probably. I would love to ask how you got 10,000 pounds of human flesh. That would be my first question. That's a lot. That is a lot. 10,000 pounds is a lot. I weigh 130 pounds, and you're not eating everything, so that's like... Because that's counting bones, right? So, like... Why are we having this conversation? Think of your cholesterol level. You're so right. And it's also not counting the fat, right? Because you don't eat fat. And if you cook it, like the fat goes... This is a weird thought experiment we're having right now. As part of a balanced diet. Yeah, I gotta get my toes in my human diet. Thank you, Small Game and Counterforce. I appreciate you. Let's move on. Focus on a chest? I don't know. I think Dredge shows the problems with having killer powers focus on, like, objects apart from generators. That's the sad thing about Dredge. Dredge was a killer a lot of people wanted. The White Glove Society. Was it Chucky? Oh, it's Tiffany. The fuck was that? I know it's in French, but that laugh was weird. Fucking gremlins sounding ass. Such perverse behavior. You know what? You're so right. Oh, fuck. I felt kind of bad. I let her write to Carlos. Steve isn't doing anything. Steve, can you go for that save, please? Steve? Steve? Steve! Why are you doing a totem, Steve? I know you're there. Okay, that was just me being bad. Replaced with Baguette. Also, situations like that are why they can't be 115. Now, again, I did play it bad, but at the same time... That was the most solo queue moment of all time, by the way. What happened to the fucking Thalita. I could have gone for the unhook, but I was like, Steve hasn't been in chase.
I've got you next time.
Come on, Tiff. Go for me. Go for me, Tiff. Oh. I was like, Steve hasn't been in chase. He can get her. If the power makes them really fast. I think it's... I would like to mend myself. I think the problem is just, like... Again, I'm fine with it. I don't know. Maybe that's just... I just don't think they need to be 115. I think there's justification for them being 110. Oh, they got her. Okay, what gym was Carlos on? Was it this one? No, that one's done. Okay, I'm stupid. Steve being Steve, not giving a damn about it. I'm internally bleeding, Steve. It's fine. You must heal me first. Fuck. Nope. Definitely nope. Why is Steve doing a totem? What is going on? I don't know what Jin Carlos was on. Steve already looks forward to it. He doesn't need the added stress. You're so right. I never considered that. God, I love not having Bond. Overzealous? I don't know. He's really focused on him. Steve, I swear to God, if I see a totem icon pop up in that fucking HUD... Scratch mark should be gone by now. Okay. What if I just do the totem in front of Steve? Steve, don't get... Are you shitting me? Okay. Also, is that self-care on the Steve? Because he's been healing himself every time. I don't think he has a med kit. Oh, damn, I thought she'd stay longer. Steagle noises! Ah! Ah! I have no idea which gen was... I think Carlos hopped back on that one. He did. No pitter patters, Carlos says. Yeah, the match is over. Sable goals are worse. He has to have self-care. There's like no way he doesn't have self-care. Fucking hay bale. I die. I need to see the Steve's build. What the fuck was Steve's build? I need to know. It was overzealous and hardened. It was overzealous and hardened. And he did have self-care. Why? Why, Steve? Why? Yo, that Carlos is built. Holy shit. Oh my god. Just because you have the perk doesn't mean you have to, like, throw the match to get value. I'm all for trying to get value out of your perks in fucking, in Chaos Shuffle. I am. I'm fine with that. But man. If two of your teammates are being chased and someone is on a hook, maybe don't go for the totem for overzealous. What the fuck? That's just funny. I feel bad for the Thalita. Again, I would have gone for her, but everything on all the info I had was telling me, no, Steve's got it. He hasn't been in the chase. He's not on a gen. He can go get her. And then I see the fucking totem pop up, and I'm like, oh, I have made the wrong decision. Steve is still, you know what? You're right. You're so right. I should just bring Left Behind, Low Profile, and Urban and just hide in a corner all match every game now and get out. I also played like shit against Chucky, to be fair. But no, like loops like that though are part of why I don't think Chucky should be 115. Like at short loops like that, like yeah, you get the pitter patters, but they're delayed, so it doesn't really work too well. The red stain can be confusing sometimes. If they were 115, it would also increase their lunge range. Not by much, but a little bit. I don't think... I think that being 110 is justified. There's also a lot of structures that Chucky struggles in because of being 110 and can't really use the power in, which, again, I think is fine. I think certain killers should struggle in certain loops. That was the thing with Krisu before her changes from PTB to live that I kind of liked, was that she kind of sucked on filler loops. But people didn't like that, so they changed it. I don't know. I don't think every killer needs to be super powerful. I just genuinely don't. I think killers should have weaknesses. Specific to the killer, more so than anything. Again, that's why I don't really like Blight. He doesn't really have any. I mean, he does, technically, but not really. That's why I like when they release perks that only work on certain killer, like only a few killers. I prefer those perks over the universally good ones. I think it leads to more interesting, like, not just perk design, but like, I like that there's some killers who can run certain perks and other ones who can't. That's why I love Rapid and Stabiffle. Because there's some killers who can run them and make really good use out of them. And I think that's fine. I think that's how perks should be. Or perks like Disillusion. Like, I don't mind Disillusion because, in theory, every killer can use Disillusion. In theory. And realistically speaking, any killer really can. But there are some killers who make it really, really powerful, and I think that's fine. That's why making killer perks, I feel, is harder than making survivor perks. Survivor perks, you have to think about the interactions they have with all the other perks. But on killer side, you have to think about the interactions they have with other perks and the interactions they have with every single killer. So you have to be very careful because you might make a perk that makes a killer too strong in certain situations. Not even certain situations, a lot of situations. Better together. Is that Quick Gambit? I know that sound. I heard that. I know that sounds. Scream Pig is the only that gets fine. She's the only killer that can. Oh, yo, it's P-Head. It's my boy. Look at him go. That was a very, very overzealous him too. Did he kick that? Is that a B and P? Fong, just crouch. Getting this gen out of the way, by the way, is huge. I'm gonna take the long way around, try to get back to Lori. The mighty staircase, Pyramid Head's worst enemy. Now I know I often say just take the torment, it's not that big of a deal, but I mean if you can avoid it, why not, you know? I'm gonna try to do this one up here. What does he have that's making us scream? Okay. Oh. I don't know how the chase ended up going in the direction it did, but whatever. Yeah, so you know how Chucky hates anything above 90 degrees? Well, Pyramid hates anything above 44 degrees. Shut up, let me have this. Where? Oh. He must have infectious, right? Okay, neither of them are in chase. I'm technically the farthest away. Okay, Lori's on a gen. I feel like she should be going for Renato. I'm sticking this. Lori was with... What? I'll make that. Nope. It's down anyways. I think Lori dropped earlier. I didn't even notice Lori fucking pop up on the gen. Fucking sneaky asshole. This is just travesty. I'm actually the best survivor in the world. You guys just don't know it. It's true. I mean, have you seen my gameplay? Also, I never really thought about using the trails. It's actually one of those things where, like, playing against the killer is really nice. Because I've never really thought about using the trails to kind of hide the red line, the red from the M2. Oh, no, it's not ultimate weapon, because I'm... Oh, whoops. That was just me being dumb. It's not ultimate weapon, because I didn't get blinded. What was it? Haha, you're stuck. By the way, this right here, like, how I'm playing is why I don't get mad when survivors are good. Because I know it's not that simple. People say Survivor's skillless. I disagree completely, just because if it was, then I wouldn't be doing stupid shit like that all the time. I think I just die here. Whoops. No, GG's. What did my team have? Hyper Focus Prove Thyself with a B and P. Lori also had Prove Thyself. That's probably why I didn't know she hopped on the gen. The bar didn't change. I'm curious what he had that was making us scream now. I mean, if you're gonna do it, why not do it now, you know? Fair enough. He has to have some kind of hook. Oh, no, he might be doing... Oh, never mind. He's just gonna Warrior. Ain't no fuck, really. What do we have that was making it? Thwack! Oh! Okay, that makes way more sense. That's why he was hooking so much. Okay. And Pop. He had Pop, too. Videotape. Tablet of the Oppressor. Okay. That would also explain why he was trailing so often. Because I feel like even for a Pyramid, he was trailing a lot. Alright, Chad. We'll play some Myers for the end of this. Why not? I thought my knife was gilded for a second. What add-ons can Myers not get in 2v8? Does anyone know? Because I don't know offhand. One of my favorite YouTube videos is still the fucking the Halloween one, but it's just like Michael Myers is playing the music himself. He just pulls out like a fucking keyboard every time he like comes on screen. I really, like, if there was a reasoning behind the add-ons that got, like, quote-unquote banned, I would be all for it. It's the fact that there's, like, no consistency between which ones they banned. I just don't get it. That's my issue with it. Like, if it was like, okay, we got rid of all the ones that alter how the power works, like, fine, cool, that makes sense. I get why you did that. That's fine. But the fact that it's like, oh, we got rid of, like, Clown's Mangled one. That's just an example. I don't know what they did. It's like, we got rid of Clown's Mangled add-on. Why? What? Why? But Huntress keeps hers. Sure, I guess. What do they go off? It can't be youth rates either, because, like, Power Drill is still in there, so, like, I don't know. It was odd. Fallen Refuge. No, I agree. I think if you're gonna do it, just let it be, Yo, Hoarder value, though? Speaking of Hoarded, Wretched Fate. Is that Nothing But Misery? I don't know where they went. Wow, this killer's stupid. I barely even thought about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Force Penance is, it's any hit, right? It doesn't have to be a basic attack or anything? Oh, you lucky mofo. You got fucking life. Myers jump scare removed in the 2026 big game of this. Listen. This killer is dumb. What the actual fuck? Hello, Mr. Sunderland. Killer's dumb. I'm just gonna say it. I think Myers is stupid. I think I might get some shit for saying that, but I genuinely believe it. You're gonna run out of pallets soon, James. You talking about me or him? Sorry, Becky. Yeah, they're playing like I do when I play Survivor. That's the average Survivor. It sucks to hear, but like it's true. Oh, I thought I had that. She went back in. Nah, scratch marks fucked me. If I was them... James is over there. Even if they heal under Hook, I have Evil Incarnate. Hey, James. No, James. James, no. No. You made this bed, you lay in it. You made this bed, James. You lay in it. You used every pallet immediately. Even though I was in fucking... I wasn't even an Evil Incarnate. Aren't kill rates not far from the 30s at this point? No. Most kill rates are above... are at 50%-ish. At least according to Nightlight. We don't have the actual statistics. But typically speaking, they're higher for behaviors in because they're looking at all MMRs. I feel like that's... I've said this a lot. That's part of the issue with looking at kill rates, especially on Nightlight and stuff, because behavior stats are a little bit different. What did James have? Dark Theory, Blood Rush, this is not happening potential. I looked at the kill rates the other day. They're not as low as people think they are. Let's see. Uh, 49% on Myers, 43 on Springtrap, 51, 52, 44, 44, 51, 51 on Legion. I think that right there should prove, or should say a lot. The fact that Legion has a 51% kill rate. 51 on Spirit, 47 on Nurse, 44 on Nemi, 52 on Trapper. No, I know what you mean. I'm not doing all that. 52 on Trapper. 47 on Ghostface. But this right here is why we can't use Nightlight for that. Are you really going to sit there and tell me that Trapper is better than Deathslinger? You can't even use the pick rate argument because they have almost the same pick rate. Damn, Bubba went up. Actually, I should probably... Can I do this? Yeah, I can do this by kill rate, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's at about 50. I'd say 50 to 40, 45, it looks like, yeah. Wow, Pyramid Head went down. Yeah, Deathslinger's the lowest kill rate killer in the game. Somehow he dropped below Hag. Artist at number 1. Damn, Vecna got dethroned. This was at like 68% of like a couple months ago. Sadako's at 60. I disagree strongly. I do not think Trapper is better than Deathslinger. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Even with add-ons, I don't agree with that. What about Kaneki? He's apparently better than Kaneki. He's better than Spirit. He's better than Plague. He's better than Dracula. Nurse is weird. Right, that can happen, but I think his 1v1 is strong enough in general that it outweighs it. It also depends, and this is the problem with kill rates and why I don't like using the statistic. Because are we talking about their ability to 3K or their ability to 1v1? Because Slinger is the best 1v1er in the game. This is the thing. This is why you have to be careful with this character when we talk about buffing him. Because if we make him too good, he would literally start becoming one of the best killers in the game. That's part of the reason why I believe why they probably made him 110. I actually don't think Trapper is the worst. I actually think Legion is still the worst killer in the game. I'll die on that hill. Actually, no. I'll take that back. I think Ghostface is the worst in the game. Sorry, Ghostface mains. They're pretty, like, neck and neck in my mind, though, Legion and Ghostface, to be fair. And I guess the argument could be made with Trapper and Kaneki that, like, the pick rates, sure. What's Trapper's? 2.76? I mean, technically he's better than Spirit, too. I don't know how crazy you can be. If you give that killer map mobility, it's the same reason why Chucky can't have map mobility either. Like, decent map mobility. His 1v1 is too good. It's part of the reason why Ghoul and Blight are so strong. Their 1v1s and their 1v4s are good. Same with Singularity. It's part of the reason why he's so good. His 1v1 and his 1v4 are really good. Just no one plays him. That's the problem he has. Because then some killers have the opposite issue. Like, Sadako's 1v4 is good. Her 1v1 is ass. It's her problem. Make his second chain break down to survive. I don't agree with that. I just think that's too much. I think there's too many situations where that would be way too good. Unless we literally, and I know like people will say, oh, they already do it, but unless we just make him unable to shoot through everything, I think that's too good. That would also mean, like... That would also mean, like, he could down you over pallets very easily. And it would also mean once you hook it, like, once you spear a survivor, there's no reason... There's no reason to not just let the chain break. Why would you just not let the chain break? That would actually be kind of funny, because the more I think about it, that would kind of lead some of his counterplay to being... just go into a dead zone. Well, no, because then he could just M1 you, I guess. Never mind. Slinger's an interesting case. I don't know how, like, we could realistically buff him without it being too much, I feel. And before someone brings up, what about Nurse? I don't use her as a barometer, and I don't think we should. Nurse shouldn't be the goal. Blight shouldn't be the goal. Kaneki shouldn't be the goal. Scully is... Did I miss her? 43.90. I just don't agree with it. That's really all I can say. I just don't agree with it. I think it would be too much. If there was a nemesis, you would have to be infected. That's part of it. Part of it is not necessarily him earning it, but the fact that you have to be infected to get injured in the first place. And the tiering system. It's like Vecna. I think Vecna's cooldowns are too short. Genuinely, I think Vecna's cooldowns are too short. I think they need to be longer. Not by too much, but I do think they need to be longer. I think they're too short right now. It's gonna be very curious to see if this pick rate goes down for Myers, by the way. Because it's at almost fucking, it's at 7% right now. That's barely a difference? No, I think it's a massive difference. I think it's a massive difference. Again, I think the injury on Chainbreak is fine. I just don't agree with it on downing. I just don't. It's the same thing with Trapper. I know some people want, like, is it Honing Stone? I forget the add-on offhand. Ignore my ignorance. I just don't play Trapper enough. Is it Honing Stone? Is that the one that downs you if you undo the trap yourself? How is it a massive difference? Because it would lead to situations where it's lose-lose as a survivor. And it would lead to more zoning. Because, like, if a pallet's down, he can't really zone you. If there's a window in the way, he can. But if the pallet's down, he can't zone you. So he has to play it like normal. That's part of the massive difference. Because the threat of you getting shot isn't that big of a deal. It also would mean, like, if he gets you... Let's say he shoots you and you're behind a pallet that's down. Again, he has no reason to break the chain. That's part of the counterplay there. Is that you found a pallet to use to put in between you two so he can't down you. That's the difference. Well, yeah, so can Deathslinger. It's not as easily because he's a 110. I've heard the argument to make him similar to Springtrap, where if he doesn't have a bullet, like after he shoots his gun, he becomes 115. I'm not against that. Not fully. I think that would be fine. I don't think it would make much sense, but I'm fine with it. And I mean, like, sense in the... Because technically, he's 110 because of his limp, so... Or his leg brace. So, like, how would losing a bullet... It's not even really a bullet, from what I understand. It's just like a propulsion thing. To shoot the harpoon, because he's not shooting a bullet. Anyways, logistics of his gun aside, it doesn't really make much quote unquote sense, but I would be fine with him getting 115 when he doesn't have a shot ready. Same with Huntress. I honestly, like, because of Springtrap, I'd actually kind of be fine with her getting Putty base kit. The only problem with making Putty base kit would be Eerie Head. That would be the only problem. But at the same time, I mean, that's an Eerie Head problem, not really a that problem. It's basically a glorified... Yeah, the more... You know, when you describe it that way, it kind of is just a glorified nail gun, isn't it? Master inventor, my ass. I'm kidding. It's up to the terrible geometry and hitboxes that the game has when you're Trapper. Yeah, but then that's not a Deathslinger problem. That's a game problem. So by that logic, are we saying that if we fix the geometry and hitboxes, it's fine? Because that's a problem Xenomorph suffers from, Hillbilly suffers from, fucking... Chucky suffers from that. Technically Dracula does too, but yeah. If you're Australian, it's a hammer. I will now introduce my hammer guy. What was that video of the guy who, like, he said he made a new gun, and it was just you pull the trigger and, like, a literal hammer just, like, strikes a nail on the back of a bullet. Yeah, and that's why I don't think they will, but again, that's not a Deathslinger problem then, that's a game problem. That is affecting him disproportionately. I'm not saying it's not, but I also don't think we should not necessarily Band-Aid fix it, but I don't think we should necessarily fix the killer because of the problems the game itself has. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what if instead of them fixing pallet density, they were just like, okay, killers can break pallets twice as fast now. Because there's twice as many pallets. It doesn't really fix the problem, that just Band-Aid, it's a Band-Aid solution. Again, you're putting a Band-Aid on an open wound, or on a hemorrhage. Like, yeah, technically the bleeding stopped. Besides Wesker. Wesker's a different beast altogether with that discussion, though. I still will die on the hill that a lot of Wesker's techs shouldn't exist. Because as long as they do, we can never actually buff this killer or make him better. But people would fucking riot if that happened. It's the same thing with Blight. Like, it's why I'm fine with them removing Hug Tech, even though it never happens. But, like, when they removed Hug Tech, I was like, cool. Now we can balance Blight around Blight, not around Blight plus Hug Tech Blight. It's my problem with stuff like that. It's like with Chucky, like, okay, well, now we can balance the killer around the fact that he can't 180. Same with Oni, but in the opposite for Oni, actually, it's like, okay, 180ing is now like an official part of his power. Now we can balance the killer around that. I don't know, this is my thoughts on it. You don't have to agree with it. Oh, chat, what's the animal for tonight, by the way, since we're almost done? Do we have an animal tonight? I don't think I heard any suggestions for one yet. DS and pickup and actual pressure moments? No, I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying that you have to be careful with it, because if you make him too good and make it so reliable for him to get downs, I just feel like he would be too good and way too oppressive. And that's the line you have to walk. And again, Blight, Nurse, like, okay, cool. Again, I don't think they should be the barometers that we're using. They're the exception. They shouldn't be the rule. It's always going to be an issue. Seal? Okay, we can do Seal. I haven't done Seal yet. I'll make KMD happy, too. Seals. I looked up Seal, and the first thing to come up was a fucking Seal of Metatron. I like this picture. We're using this picture. I like this picture. We're using this picture. I like this picture. Goddamn, seals are so blubbery. Why? Why? Oh, what do you mean it was evolutionary so they could survive in the cold? I don't care. I love Photoshop magic. Get some of the black. I mean, it's the same reason, like, I've talked about before. It's like, I don't want manual scamper back. It's not even necessarily because it's powerful. It's just because it's annoying. You know? Okay, I'm not doing fucking Sans. You can't make me, chat. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Many powers hit over pallets. Pyramid Head is highly reactable. Trickster has to hit you 8 times, or 6 times now, I think. Victor is... Do I really have an argument against Victor? Other than the fact that technically you can just kill him with it. Plague has to get corrupt. She doesn't start with it. Singularity... Okay, Singularity is a different case. The problem with Singularity is that you have to be marked, but that's really not that hard to do. Singularity, again, is a whole different can of worms. Unknown, inconsistency of how the hits work and how reactable it tends to be. And Snug, same thing, just because of how reactable it is. I think at a pallet that Slingers isn't as reactable as the other ones. Because, I mean, if you're smart, you can, like, bait Pyramid Head into missing an M2 at a pallet. Even once it's down. It's a 50-50. Realistically. And again, just because they have it doesn't mean that he should get it. Can you tell I just gave up? Can you tell I just gave up on painting this correctly? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can't tell that I modified this at all. I didn't change it. This is how it came. This is how it came off of Google Images, I promise. And you can even duck a slinger shot and bait range attacks. Even Springtrap and Huntress, more range killers that are hard to get a read on. Yeah, I don't think Slinger should have it. And I know you're trying to convince me of it. I just don't think he should. In my mind, it just feels like too much. You. Well, in any case, Chad, I think we'll call it a night there. We'll be back Thursday, like I've said. It will be the charity stream, like I said. It'll be, shit. It'll be, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. EST. Holy shit. Ember lies on a reel? No, but considering that's those are both major parts of his power, that would be my argument against it. That's why. But in any case, chat, I'll see you guys Thursday afternoon. And we got a 15-hour stream. No stream tomorrow. I got to set things up. I got to buy a lamp. I got to make sure... my sister's still good to do the makeup for the Maria cosplay. If not, no makeup for it, unfortunately. I don't get my mascara, my lipstick, or my fingers painted. And I got to shave. I got to shave, too. You guys can't see my luscious beard, but I gotta shave it. My girlfriend's really mad about that.